So my name is Laurent Kayam, go by Kaya. I'm a recording artist and a DJ, producer, and
Nice.
a bartender in New York City.
What genre of music?
Disco funk, R&B pop, soul, and house music.
I love your style. Tell me what you're
Thank you
wearing.
very much. I'm wearing some vintage pieces, so those shoes are vintage Western shoes. This is from California Arts. It's a brand that I really like, from LA. They do like some high-waisted pleated pants, you know, kind of like reminiscent of 50s, 90s, like a mush between both. And this is all like vintage pieces basically that I found in different stores in New York.
How about the shades?
Same. Everything is pretty much vintage from it's from L-Train Vintage and Stella Dallas in Williamsburg.
Nice. And how about the shoes?
Shoes same. Shoes are Western, and I found them at Stella Dallas as well. And this is one of my favorite pieces here. Is this bag from this brand called Rico Win. It's vegan leather, super resistant, super practical. It's called the Weekender. So it's perfect for, you know, a little escapade out of New York City or wherever you live for a long weekend.
How would you describe your fashion style?
It's a mix of classic, vintage, and I guess modern pieces. I like to combine different things. I've been really into the whole 50s, you know, high-waisted pants, pleated, things like that. Something like, kind of like, you know, like 30s, but with a modern touch. So I try to keep it fresh and not too old, and combine kind of like the old and the new to create a new, you know, new vibe, so to
Nice.
speak.
What's your theme song for life?
My theme song for life. That's a really hard question because I'm a musician. It's hard
I know.
to tell.
Give us
I
the-
guess it would have to be "Careless Whisper," George Michael. I guess I'll pick that one because I really love him, and I think it's a song that everybody knows, and it kind of suits the mood for a day like today.
Hi, what's your name and what do you do?
How you doing? My name is Suda Binyata. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I work as a housing specialist for the Department of Homeless Services.
I love your style. Tell me what you're wearing.
Thank you. So I'm wearing Bodie. This shirt is by Bodie. Jeans, well, the corduroys are, you know, just something I picked up online called Vix. It's like a 70s like fashion style. And I'm wearing Loewe glasses. Excuse me.
Nice, I love it. Yeah.
And for the feet, I'm doing, you know, some Nike clogs.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
How do you describe your personal style?
I would describe my personal style as not too loud, not too quiet either. Just me. You know, sometimes, you know, simplicity is the winner.
Nice.
You know.
All right. What style inspired you?
So mostly like, you know, 70s styles, 80s, so on and so forth, you know, with a modern approach, you know. So I try to stay like open, you know, stylistically, always trying different styles, different looks, but yeah, I'm mostly inspired by the 70s fashion.
Hi, how are you? What's your name and what do you do?
My name is Ryan. I am an intern at the United Nations.
So how did you get the internship position there?
So it was actually with one of my professors. I went to the University of New South Wales in Sydney, and one of my professors had a connection over there, and I put in an application, got her reference, and the rest is history.
I absolutely love your style. Tell me what you're wearing.
So I am wearing this scarf from Saint Laurent. These pants are actually from a boutique in Japan. My boxers are Moschino. This shirt is from Uniqlo, but I distressed it myself. Boots are from Celine. Ring is from Vivienne Westwood. This other ring is a family heirloom. These two rings are from Amazon. This one my mom got for my birthday. And the beret is just a really old one that I thrifted a couple years ago.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What style are you into?
Oh, I have a variety of styles that I love. I'm very into like vintage 70s style, so I love like bell bottoms, skinny jeans, tight tops, that sort of thing. But then I also love like alt punk styles as well, like kind of grunge punk. Think the aesthetic from the TV show Nana. Basically that's my other type of style. So I'm channeling Ren with his little lock necklace right here. So I have a very, I'd say like different type of interests in fashion, but sometimes I mix, sometimes I match, but today I'm going for more of, I'd say like a classic black and white alt sort of style. Yeah.
Thank you. So have you been to Japan before?
I have, yeah. So I actually was there a couple months ago. I loved it. Favorite country I've ever visited, honestly. It was amazing. I was there for 6 weeks. I went to Kyoto, Uji, Osaka, and then Tokyo. It was amazing. I got to stay in Shinjuku. It was super, super cool. The people there, honestly, some of the nicest in the world. The fashion there is exquisite. So amazing, so creative. I actually get a lot of my fashion inspiration from Japan, or at least like more alt Japan styles. I would love to go there again.
Hi, what's your name and what do you do?
My name is Jay Hunter. I'm a stylist, model.
I love your fit. Tell me what you're wearing today.
These are all my friends' brands: Cease and Desist, Lost Concepts, Coogee Denims, and
Nice.
Good Uptown.
Nice, all right. What style are you into these days?
I mix a lot of high fashion with streetwear, just a lot of mix and match things. That's really it.
What's your favorite fashion brand right now?
My favorite brand right now would have to be Acme Studios. They probably have the, best creative direction, I'd say, right now, honestly.
Nice, all right. What's the theme song for your life?
8 Minute by Destroy Lonely.
Any message to the world?
Live life, always remember where you come from, never get complacent and work hard.
Hi, what are your names and what do you do?
Hi, my name's Toby Archibald. I work in fashion with my friends.
I'm Michael, and I also work in fashion. I manage operations for a fashion house right down the street.
I love your outfit. Tell me what you're wearing today.
Yeah, I thrifted this hat, a little plaid hat, kind of Irish golfer. We said maybe like a Vivienne Westwood vibe.
yes. Mhm.
This shirt I just got as a gift. My roommate, she did a semester in Italy, so it's Italian, even though it says
yeah.
English. Yeah. So I have this like vintage or old diesel
Diesel,
bag.
nice.
Yeah.
I love
It's
it.
like chartreuse color. And then these jeans are nearly low 10 jeans. And then I have some classic Adidas Superstars with the rainbow lids.
Definitely. What style are you into these days?
Well, into maybe like business wear with some pattern and like casual outfits. My favorite color is teal. I'm always on the hunt for teal clothes and this like bright green chartreuse or something like that.
You always like to mix with colors?
Yeah, it's I like about 6 colors. This color, teal, blue, white, black, red. That's what I go for sure. Yeah.
Nice. What about you? What are you wearing today?
Mostly Versace. I love Versace, and this jacket is part of the Pride collection, and the money,
Nice.
I forget the percentage, but some of it goes to the Elton John AIDS Foundation. And then I just added these multicolored
I
safety
love it.
pins from a spring 22 dress that I literally just bought for the safety pins. And then trousers are Versace and boots are Valentino to mix it up.
Nice. How about the bag?
Also Versace.
Versace. That's awesome. All right. What style are you into these days?
I like maximalism, but
love it.
like kind of my version of maximalism, which I guess is just maximalism. But yeah, I like having fun with it. It's not really about,
Definitely.
it's just like what you want to wear, not really what you necessarily think is gonna necessarily look the best, just like what you feel like wearing.
Hi, what are your names and what do you do?
I'm Gabby. I'm a photographer.
Nice.
I'm Eleanor Linnea. I'm a model.
Nice. All right. How's your day so far?
It's pretty good. Just getting started, actually.
Nice.
Yeah, I slept in today. We were exploring this city yesterday. I'm just visiting for this week. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Where you originally from?
Detroit.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. So tell me what you're wearing today.
Yeah, so I've got this Dion Lee bomber jacket.
Oh, I love the brand.
Yeah, and then my pants are engineered garments, technical fabric, and then my shoes are from an Italian brand called Marcel. My glasses are from a boutique here in New York called Vita, VITA.
I love the brand too, yeah.
Yeah, and then this bag is sort of like vintage, and then I've got some shopping bags.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
What style are you into these days?
Something that's practical and easy to layer that works well with different kinds of weather. I think the weather is really unpredictable here in New York, so I like to be prepared.
Nice. How about you? What are you wearing today?
Yeah, so I'm wearing my favorite pink jeans.
I
They're
love it.
from Jacquemus.
Oh wow, that's a Jack Mosias.
Yeah, my boots are these Acne Studio boots. I don't know if they still have them, but they're one of my favorite boots ever.
Beautiful.
My bag is this Anna
Lua.
bag from Luar.
Yes, I know the brand very well.
I've been a fan of his for a while. This hat, I was recently in Miami, and I don't know if it's anything special. It's called this brand called Peter Grimm. But I found it in a boutique, and it just reminded me of sort of a little more vintage style, you know, back from maybe the 60s or 50s or something like that. But, you know, just cool, very stylish. So, oh yeah, and I guess my glasses, these I've had pretty much my entire life, or like since I was a teenager. Just like the
Nice.
classic
I love
Ray-Ban
it, yes.
aviator glasses.
Awesome. So in terms of a style, like what era of fashion style do you like?
I like to mix things. So definitely like growing up, sort of watching people during the early 2000s, that has had a huge influence on me. There was a lot of like people trying new things and sort of really cutesy things, and that was like really exciting for me. I really wanted to like be a part of it. I couldn't wait till I could get older and dress like that. But also, I'm, like I said, inspired by kind of looking back, maybe the 50s, 60s, not necessarily like what was like sort of the trend at the time that we think of when we think of the 60s, what we think of when we think of like Vogue in like the 60s. I just think that that stuff is so beautiful, and I would love to see people sort of celebrate life in that way again. Yeah.
Hi, what's your name and what do you do?
My name is Sean Hermes. I'm a rapper from New York, Bronx.
I love your style. Tell me what you're wearing.
Right now, I got on a Carhartt overall, Supreme long sleeve,
Nice.
Supreme hat.
Mm-hmm.
Just some regular Air Max on my feet.
Nice.
Today.
And
Just
then-
regular fit, you know.
You went shopping today, huh?
Yeah, just something real quick. Just went to Supreme to get something just real fast.
All right. Can I see what you got?
So today I got
Oh,
a
that's
red
nice.
Supreme zip-up hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
See that? That's it. Just just something
Super
red,
simple. I
just
like
something
that, yeah.
simple. Just to match it with something, That's it.
Nice. All right. What style are you into these days?
Well, these days, like I'm into like Palace, Supreme, Kith, Babe, BBC, Ice Cream, stuff like that. I just like to branch over, do my own thing, just to dress myself up the way I like to, my own style, stuff like that.
Hi, what's your name and what do you do?
My name is Maria and I study architecture.
So what's your dog's name?
Her name is Myra.
How old is she?
She's 2 years old.
I love your style. Tell me what you're wearing.
So this is just a black top from Zara, and I thrifted this skirt and these boots, and I thrifted this belt too.
Nice.
I like thrift shopping.
Nice. How would you describe your style?
I don't know, but I've had people describe it as like very Y2K, vintage, yeah.